The question is going to be, where does the movement go to, and how is this going to coalesce? What's going to happen with this? Obviously, a lot of people have a lot of angst and animosity towards law enforcement and police, and they want to do something about it. I don't really know what CHAZ was all about or what CHOP was all about. I mean, this started as a reaction to police brutality. It kind of metamorphosized into a racial thing, which obviously, there's a strong component to that with everything that we see about law enforcement and what's happening to minority communities around the country. But then it just kind of evolved into, I don't know what, then it became about institutional white racism and sort of, statutes and correcting the wrongs of white people from the bygone generations and so on and so forth. So I don't really know what happened with it, but there are going to be a lot of people who are displaced. And, one of the things I was really concerned about when we're talking about this entire situation is, what are the police going to do? This show is called Watching the Watchers. Obviously, I've got a lot of problems with a lot of the police and the institutions and the culture and the Blue Shield and the Code of Silence and all of those different things. But certainly, there are some good police officers, and there are many bad ones too. And, the question is, well, what's going to happen to them? What are they going to do? The whole world is kind of instituting this backlash against all of them. And what are we going to do with all of the police? So now that we don't have CHAZ or CHOP anymore, my suggestion would be, why don't we just create an autonomous zone for the police officers themselves? So, they're all resigning, they're all retiring, and they're all leaving the force. Budgets are getting cut. We're talking about that on the show today. But what's going to happen to these poor police officers? So I started thinking, all right, why don't they follow the CHAZ and the CHOP kind of framework? CHAZ is, something that was organic. It was a kind of a safe space for the people who wanted to be there. Why can't law enforcement do that same thing? Why can't they create their own autonomous zone? And in fact, I've got an idea for them. They can call it the Special Police Autonomous Zone. So SPAZ, the Special Police Autonomous Zone. Of course, they can just call it, like CHAZ, they can call it SPAZ. And then any of the law enforcement who want to go and join this autonomous zone, they can go do it. They can bring their families. They can join the Special Police Autonomous Zone, or they can all be a part of SPAZ. So if there are other officers out there who like the idea of that, obviously I can't take the lead on this thing, but this is an idea for the law enforcement community. You guys can go out, create your own autonomous zone. You can call it the Special Police Autonomous Zone, SPAZ for short, just like CHAZ. And you guys can just bring your families over there and just congregate and get together and do whatever you want to do. If you feel like patrolling your neighborhood and chasing black guys who are running around it, it's an autonomous zone. So, we can't do much in there. If that's how you want to do things, you can go check that out. It's the SPAZ, the Special Police Autonomous Zone. There are a lot of officers who I think who are 100% SPAZ material, 100%. They could fit in to an autonomous zone this way, under this sort of condition.